Hey, what is up?
Calling all spider riders.
Alright guys, all the spider riders. So this is a really cool mechanic. It's train spiders. The spiders are riding the trains. Anyways, it's going to be an excellent replay of showing you guys all the new spiders, and the guy actually busts out all of them. And the spiders are pretty crazy. I mean, you can definitely one-punch man. Everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now is like out of control, crazy, one-hit OTKs. And anyways, the guy in the back sacked him with the light sword. I mean, did you guys see that ride in straight into the trick clown, and he got the freaking wolf for free? But anyways, spider riders don't even care about it. Dude, spiders too good. But anyways, the spiders are now riding trains, boys. Like, and snakes on a plane, spiders on trains, man. It's the new thing. But anyways, he busts out like all of them. I'll break it down for you guys in just a second. I'll explain what the heck is going on if it's a little bit too fast for you guys to understand. But he puts the guy at pretty low life points right there, as you guys can see. And then Castell, unfortunately, is just like, yo, I will smack that spider, outplay, outskill. The Judgment Dragon is one of those outplay, outskill cards. He only had 400 life points. Where's Ukazi when you needed it? But anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and give you guys a deck profile. But first, I want to explain what the heck's going on, because I think some of you guys want to understand how the heck the deck works, and how did he just pull all that off. So, basically, spiders are a... well, I don't know if I want to call it an archetype on its own. I think it's just the extra deck cards as of right now. The spider support doesn't even bring out the spiders. Like, if you guys look up spiders, they're not very good at all. There's very little support. It was an archetype that didn't even really get all of its support. But the guy, like I said, he straight up sacks him with like Damage Juggler and like all of this stuff. And it's funny that he actually made a Stardust Dragon, because had that Stardust Dragon not been here, it would have actually been really good for the spider player. But nonetheless, it is a rank. Well, the spiders are rank 10s, and it doesn't really matter if you upstart, because you're going to be gaining the difference anyways in life points. So upstart doesn't even have a real downside. So this card, you can normal summon it, but it becomes 0 for its attack, or its attack becomes 0. That's irrelevant. And then if you normal or special summon an Earth Machine type monster, you get to special summon this card from your hand. So you can use Metal Reflex Slime or a lot of different things. You just need to actually make this rank 10 over here, which is the number 35 Ravenous Tarantula. So it requires 2 level 10 monsters. All monsters you control gain attack and defense equal to the difference between both players' life points. So obviously it's going to be 8,700. So you basically do the math. So you do like whatever your life points is, subtract it by your opponent's, or vice versa, and that's the amount of attack you gain. So it gains a crazy amount of attack. And then if that wasn't enough, while this card has material, each time your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, you get to inflict 600 burn damage to your opponent. And if that wasn't already enough, again, once per turn you can detach 1 material, and then you get to destroy all monsters, just all monsters your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card. So with 8,700, I'm pretty sure you can kill everything in the game. So yeah, unfortunately, like, he made a Stardust. I don't know, did he know about this? Like, it's so random that he made Stardust. But if he would have activated this effect, I'm pretty sure Stardust would have negated that. But if he was able to, you know, completely clear the board, and he probably still had Judgment Dragon at that point. But you know, we're talking about like maybe like against some of the meta, they're not gonna just be like, oh, Judgment Dragon, but for the most part, like, if you're able to clear board and have a card with 8,700 attack, and maybe just like special summon like another card from your hand, obviously you can make a game really easy. And in addition to that, it doesn't just increase its own attack, guys. It increases all monsters you control. I've seen a lot of people. There's a replay of like someone had a Raikou and had like 11,000 attack, but after he goes ahead and attacks the Trick Clown, I'm sorry, the Hat Tricker, he's gonna go ahead and XYZ on top of XYZ. So number 35 is all about boosting your attack. Now number 84, Pain Gainer, is another spider, but he requires 2 level 11 monsters, but you can XYZ summon this card by using a rate 8, 9, or 10 dark monster you control that has 2 or more materials, and then the materials get attached to this. And then it gains defense equal to the total ranks of all XYZ monsters you control times 200. When this card has material, each time your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you get to inflict 600 damage to your opponent immediately after it resolves. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card to destroy all monsters your opponent controls with defense less than or equal to this card. So this one's all about the attack, and this one's all about the defense. I thought that was kind of a cool mechanic. And then, because he needs the XYZ on top of XYZs on top of XYZs, number 77, the 7 Sins. So this requires 2 level 12 monsters, but you can also summon it by using a rate 10 or 11 dark monsters. And you can use monsters as materials that get attached to this. And then, so its main effect is that you can attach 2 materials from this card. Banish as many special summon monsters as your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, attach one of those banished monsters to this card as material. If this face-up card on the field will be destroyed by battle by card effect, you attach one of these materials instead. Now, unfortunately, it's once per turn except the turn that this card was summoned, so you can't actually activate this card's effect during the turn it's summoned. It's got 4,000 attack, and it does technically kind of protect itself. Unfortunately, as you guys have seen, Castell was just like, nope, smash the spider. That poor number 77. Like, this thing is a boss. Look at that thing. But, anyways, unfortunately, yeah, it just doesn't matter. He had the Air Force, just a little bit too slow of a card. But nonetheless, I thought that was a really, really awesome replay. If any of you guys want the deck profile, I'll also give that to you guys. But we'll just watch the Judgment Dragon. I'll skill him, so he just goes ahead and bounces that card back. And then he goes Judgment Dragon, blow up everything. And unfortunately, he didn't have access to this. So, thanks to Dark Soul for sending in this replay. We'll go over his build. I think it could use a little bit of improvements, but I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. So, let's go to the deck edit. So, here's what it looks like. This is his build. Again, I didn't make this build, so if you guys are like, oh, you shouldn't play this. Okay, this is his build, not mine. And, you know, since I used his replay, I figured I'd give him credit for it. But anyways, so he's got 3 copies of Knight Express Knight, 3 copies of Heavy Freight Train Durkane, 3 Exodius the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, 3 Ruffian Railcar, 1 Raigeki, 1 day at Peace, I was going to say pepperonis, 3 Upstart Goblin, 3 Terraforming, 2 Special Schedule, 2 Duality, 2 Twin Twister, 3 Chicken Race, 3 Revolving Switchyard, 1 Air Force, 1 Bottomless, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 2 Dimension Wall, and 2 Solemn Notice. I was thinking like instead he could have played Magic Cylinder, because Magic Cylinder negates the attack, and that can be advantageous, because sometimes you prefer to negate the attack completely. But technically Magic Cylinder does affect like the card, so there are times where Dimensional Wall can be technically better. But as far as the extra he's running number 77, 7 Sins, then the Pain Gainer, then Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, then number C9 Chaos Dyson Sphere, 2 getting Sky Palace, I'm just gonna call it Sky Palace, and then 3 number 81 the Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Superior Dora. And then 2 copies of Gustav Max, 1 copy of Ravenous Tarantula, 1 101, 1 Castell, and 1 Gaga Cowboy. One suggestion I have for him is I think Max C should be in like most decks anyways, because you know, every deck special summons like crazy right now. So if you guys were to ask, you know, or if you guys want to give me more suggestions for this, because I want to try out this deck too. It hasn't been something I got to mess around with. I think Max C is an excellent card to also play in this deck. I think even heck you can throw in Damage Juggler. The reason why is because you actually want to take damage. I'm sure some of you guys saw, like, he put himself at very low life, so this card could be very advantageous. So you can put yourself at low life, and then you just make it so you don't die, and then you can add Hat Tricker, because what you want to do is add the Hat Tricker, because what you want to do is put yourself at such a low life point where you'll be able to get your card up to like 8,000 plus. And you attack them once with that, and then if you can, you know, obviously if you can blow up the entire field, that's pretty good. And then what you're able to also do is if you can special summon like the Hat Tricker, and then from there you get that. Well, actually, I like how the picture says it has 500 attack, but it has 1100. I was like, what the heck is mine bugged? But yeah, it has 1100 attack. So you can see like you just need sometimes you need a little bit of attack to actually finish it off. I mean, if you really want to be ultra troll, there's a card. Called Poison of the Old Man. I think this one's probably one of the better ones. It's Poison of the Old Man, so it's a quick play that says you can actually get one of these effects. You can gain 1200 life points, or you can burn your opponent for 800. Randomly, sometimes you might need that small damage. If you want to really disrespect your opponent, I probably don't recommend this card. But a card that I was actually thinking about doing is Magic Cylinder. The reason why Magic Cylinder would actually be good here is because after you go ahead and attack them with like the number 35, the Ravenous Tarantula, once you attack them with this card usually loses most of its attack because, you know, your opponent's going to be at low life as well. So what you can do is you can exceed into this, and then if they happen to have such a low amount of life points that they can't use a spell and trap, then they just lose if you set a cylinder. Because if you go ahead and make Pain Gainer, put it in defense mode, and then set Magic Cylinder, if they activate a spell trap card, they have to take 600 points of damage. And if they attack you, then yeah, you just win anyways. But they can't. It makes it so they can't really get rid of Magic Cylinder. Yeah, I'm aware if they get a monster effect that can, get rid of it. If you're worried about monster effects, so then you just keep Ravenous Tarantula on board, because every time they special summon, they're going to take 600 points of damage, and that usually is going to be 1,200 points of damage, because they're going to special summon one card, and then they're going to go ahead and special summon to make like the XYZ or Synchro, like the stronger card essentially. And then, like I said, you can just cylinder it, and if they activate monster effects, then they've probably already died because they special summoned a few times. So I thought that was a really cheesy way to win. If you guys want to try out Cylinder, that could be an excellent way to win the deck. But yeah, I think Chicken Race and Chicken Race Terraforming, like Pseudospace, can also be a very good option if you want to drop some of these cards. I personally find Mirror Force and like these bottomless cards, yeah, they can potentially get rid of the monster. Solemn Notice is actually a really good card in this deck. In addition to some of the other cards that pay life points. Even this I could consider maybe too slow. I think this would be, if you really want to cheese, you can do like the Cylinder play, but I just find it to be a deck where you want to be able to win that turn, and if you don't win that turn, I think Cylinder is much better than some of these other cards. Like you saw that, like, well, Judgment Dragon is kind of an exception because he just blows up everything. You don't really have that many options. But yeah, like I said, that one play that I mentioned, like you can go into the Tarantula or you can go into the Pain Gainer and then set Cylinder, and it's pretty cool. And I mean, it's always cool to game your opponent with some of these like fan favorite like TV show cards. But anyways, thanks again for sending in this replay. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy the Spider Riders trains, man. It's so cool, man. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy Will Smith, signing out.